Hi guys, so today I did a really bright, kind of funky look. It's I guess a wearable funky look for the daytime. It's very beautiful. I love the purples, the jewel tone purples with the teals at the lower lash line and mixing the colors together to kind of come up with a beautiful custom like bluish, tealish purple. It's really, really beautiful. I'm using my kit from Tarte's Christmas collection last year. I have not used this as much as I'd like to. It's got beautiful, gorgeous colors in here. I give you the names of the colors as they're in the palette if you have this, if you're going to use it and follow along. If not, I also give you descriptions of the colors, so no worries. Go look in your collection. I'm sure you have something similar. You can use different colors. You can just mix them. Like I use this purple, really intense jewel tone purple in my crease. I use this teal on the lower lash line. So it's kind of like a different colors mixing it together. I use mostly these colors here, which I'll get it closer so you guys can see some light purples, light pinky lilacs, teals, gunmetal gray, and then that purple. So if you have anything similar to that, go ahead and bust those colors out because I'm pretty sure you'll love this look just as much as I do. It's really beautiful. It kind of makes me feel really nice. It's really ugly out. It's gonna start raining any minute now, so this kind of brings a little bit of brightness to my day. So I hope that you guys will enjoy this, and if you want to see how to do it, follow me and I will show you step by step. Okay, so I'm starting off with a primer. I know I have a lot of scarring here. Been breaking out a lot lately, so I'm just gonna apply some primer with my hands. It's been a while since I've used this primer. I've been using my Laura Mercier primer for a while. It's actually really good, the oil-free one, and I'm using this one from Smashbox. Then I got a sample from Sephora of the Laura Mercier Oil Supreme foundation, so I'm going to use that. So they give you a generous sample. I'm using that on my damp beauty sponge. I got mine at Ross. I recently went to Ross, and they had them in like a blue color. So I'm just gonna do work in sections, little by little. Okay, so this is kind of what I have now. I went back with my Sigma F82 brush and kind of buffed in another layer. As you can see, it has covered quite a bit, and I'm really liking this foundation so far. Instant Age Rewind concealer under my eyes, and put a generous amount. I like to blend that in with my tapered Kabuki F86 brush from Sigma, and this brush works really well for concealer. And then I like to set my under eye concealer with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the Diffuse Light. So it looks like this, nice sleek packaging, and that's what it's, the Diffuse Light, there you go. So I like to take that with a brush. This one is a Sephora Airbrush Concealer Brush. It's nice and fluffy and small at the same time. So I just take a little bit of that like this, and then I use that to set my under eye concealer. I've been doing this for probably about maybe a month or a little over a month, and I haven't mentioned it in the favorites yet. It will be in the favorites. I just wanted to kind of use it a little bit more before I said, yeah, hey, this is great, you know, go out and spend $45 on a powder, because that is a lot of money, and I kind of want to make sure before I recommend something that I really actually like it, I don't mention things in my favorites just to mention it. Bobbi Brown Face Touch-Up Stick in number 3 Beige, and I'm going to touch up around my blemishes. Next I'm going to my Victoria Jackson eyebrow pencil, and this is just the Universal Taupe, I think that's what it's called. It is a taupe shade. I got it from my Ipsy bag, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. Alright, so this is kind of what I have going on today. Completely not even planned. I kid you not, I just sat here and decided, what the heck, let's just film something. So, I'm using the Tarte palette from last year Christmas. Was it last year Christmas? I think so. And I'm just going to give you the names of the colors if you're following along with me, and also descriptions of the colors so that you can look in your collection. Don't go out and buy anything fancy for this because seriously, it's not. The first color I'm using is called Georgia Peach, and it is just, like the name says, just a soft peach color. It's matte. I'm taking that on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to put that all the way out on my lid and blend that up to my brow. Next, switching to a little bit of a stiffer eyeshadow brush. I love the E55 from Sigma for this, and I'm going to go in with the color Concrete Jungle. And it is just a shimmery gunmetal gray color. It has a little bit of a metallic finish to it. Take some of that and just pack that onto the lid. And if you're using this or any dark colors, tap off the excess in the palette like this, or on a tissue, because we've already done concealer if you're following along with me. If not, do concealer last, because dark colors always have a lot of fallout, and you see the intensity of that is, and that's tapping off a lot of it. So I want to keep this color on my lid mostly. I'll take just a little bit of it on the edge of the brush and kind of go up into the crease area, not too much, but keeping it, like I said, packing it mostly on the lid. And then blending out the soft edges. With a fluffy brush like this one. So I'm going to keep packing and blending. Taking a really small crease brush. I really like this one. It's the Sigma Performance Blending E36, and it's just a really skinny one. You can just use a regular, more of like a tapered crease brush for this part. And I'm going to use Iceland Air and Mystic Seaport, which are all part of this, you know, quad here. But it's just a soft, very shimmery lilac color, like a pinky lilac. And then this one here, it's more of a very shimmery, not so glittery, but kind of close. And that is a very beautiful lilac. So I'm going to mix both of those colors and apply that into my crease. Again, tapping off the excess. And this one, this light lilac color, has a little bit of a nice glow to it. When the light hits it, you'll be able to see it. It's almost like comes around the edges of that darker purple that we're going to use later. But I like to apply this first. A small detail brush of your choice, whatever you have in your collection that you use to apply on the lower lash line. Take the same color combo, those two light colors, tapping off the excess, and bring that on the lower lash line as well. And I'm going to apply this kind of thicker than I normally would, because I want it to kind of peek from underneath that darker color that we're going to use later. This color here, and this is called Hampton Waves, and this is just a nice, beautiful teal, and it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, a nice shimmer. And this is very pigmented as well. I have to tap off the excess because it's very intense. Take that and also add that to the lower lash line. Really close to the lashes. I'm going to take an E30 pencil brush from Sigma and blend that out. And as I do that, I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. So, as those of you who follow me on Twitter probably already know this, but I started reading that book, 50 Shades of Grey, and I have probably like 4 chapters left in the first book, and it's really good. I really like it. It's very intense, to say the least, but it's a very good read, and I like it a lot. Do recommend for more mature audience. If you're a teen, stay away. Okay, so we're gonna go to the crease part because this is where we get to play with a fun purple color. And I'm going to use this Sigma Performance Shader Crease Brush E47, which is just a little bit smaller than your traditional eyeshadow brushes, and it's a little bit more compact because we want to keep this color very concentrated, kind of like a cut crease-ish. And I want to keep it in that one general area. I don't want it to kind of spread everywhere. I'm going to use the Touchdown in London Town color, which is this gorgeous, oh gosh, I can't even believe I haven't used this in a tutorial. I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful purple, and it probably comes off like a blue purple. Doesn't give it justice, but it's just so beautiful. Taking some of that, tapping off the excess on my tissue or onto the palette. You want to keep this, you can tilt your head back to find your natural crease, and you want to apply that right in this area here. You see how that just adds a beautiful intense color, but it's not so dark like, you know, a dark brown or a gray or a black. It gives it a little bit of a different look to it, and it gives it a little extra spice. Take the same detail brush that you used earlier to apply the same purple eye color on top of the teal. We're going to kind of do some layering here. And just go right over that and blend those two together. Okay, so now we have to do some eyeliner. I'm going to tightline my upper waterline with my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. I love this pencil for the tight line technique. It's really awesome and it transfers really nicely. Then for my lower waterline, I'm going to use Urban Decay's Stray Dog, which is a nice, let me do a swatch for you guys. It's a beautiful kind of metallic, grayish, brownish color. And it's really nice because it defines the lower lash line without being too harsh like a black would. So just apply that and smudge that into the eyeshadow. This is my beloved gel liner from Maybelline in Blackest Black, with my Sigma EO5 eyeliner brush. Looks like this. And apply your eyeliner like you normally would. I'm going to do mine with a little bit of a wing on the end. Nothing too fancy. Alright, so all we have to do is apply some mascara. I'm pretty sure you can guess what I'm going to use. That's right, my Maybelline The Rocket Volume. Love this stuff, it's amazing. I did a review and demo on it, before and after pictures, so if you want to see it, I will link it below. Definitely check it out because it's worth trying. It's a great mascara for the drugstore. I'm pretty impressed by this stuff. It's my baby. Alright, so that completes the eyes. Now for everything else, lips and cheeks, if you're going to do a look like this, it's kind of a little bit more on the dramatic side and darker and deeper. You want to do something a little bit softer on the lips and on the cheeks so it doesn't distract from the eyes, because obviously if you spend that much time doing them, it's because you want that to be that feature that stands out the most. Now I have this really old blush from Maybelline, and it's the Pinch of Peach. I've seen a couple in their Fit Me line that are just similar. This is just a plain light peach matte color. You can even use blush, bronzer if you prefer. But I'm just going to take a little bit of that and apply that to the apples of my cheeks and blend that up towards my hairline. And for my lips, I'm going to use my NARS Turkish Delight lip gloss. This is just a mini from a Sephora lip kit. If you want to see swatches and reviews, I did one on my blog. I will put a link to that below, so expand the description box. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this. I love this color. It's a nice light neutral baby pink color. Completes the look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you will try something out like this. It's been a while since I've mixed, bright, funky colors like this. I usually just stick to very simple, neutral, everyday kind of looks, but I'm really loving this, and I hope that you guys love it as much as I do, and all the products that I use and the colors will be listed below. I'll also have some pictures on my blog. So if you want to see more pictures, head on over to my blog. I'll put a link to that below, and I appreciate you stopping by and watching my video. And subscribe if you haven't, because I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and my link to my Twitter will be below as well. So you can tweet me, send me pictures if you do this look or something similar to it, or whatever look you create for the day. I'd love to see it. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, everybody.